Hello everybody, I'm JayLeonardJ, and today I'm going to talk to you about these headphones, the YH-WL500 from Yamaha, and how they kind of became the unofficial MVP of my very, very first solo album. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, hello everybody. Welcome to an episode of Jay's Toolbox. This is actually a really cool series where I talk about the gear that I personally use on my day-to-day basis for all my creative endeavors. They either inspire me in a specific way, or maybe they solve a problem or make my workflow a lot easier and help me just with my creative process. And these headphones, today we're talking about wireless headphones. It's actually kind of a story time day today, but I'll tell you how in 1 month, these have kind of become the unofficial MVP of this little recording area that I have, okay? So if you're wondering, where have I been for all of February? You might notice I haven't been posting anything. I took the month off, and the reason why is because one of my closest friends, Jun Kung, who's a big musician, artist, producer, performer, songwriter in Hong Kong. He came to Vancouver, and we dedicated 3 weeks to write and record an entire album. And it's actually going to be my debut solo album. I've done a lot of albums for a lot of other people, but this is the first time I'm doing one for myself. And oh my gosh, it's going to be a really good one. But I wanted it to be a real creative challenge, to find that time and record it, be creative. And obviously it was a breakneck pace of working. We actually did all the writing over the course of 2 weeks, actually more realistically about 8 days. In this room over here, we cleared out all the video gear. We put a drum set over there. I had my little guitar workstation over there, set up an E-kit, and then even my buddy Jay came in for a day or so just to kind of help us with some keyboard part ideas. And man, I'm gonna tell you, it was chaos. And then after that, we went to the recording studio. The recording studio was Afterlife Studios in Vancouver, which is the former Mushroom Studios, one of the 2 oldest recording studios in the city. Very legendary. A lot of classic albums came out of there. We've recorded the album there with Ben Kaplan, the producer, over the course of about 5 days. And as you can tell, with 10 days of writing, 5 days of recording, 11 songs, things got very, very chaotic. And that's kind of where these things ended up becoming the MVP. So I was sent these quite a while ago from Yamaha. These are their wireless headphones. It has this wireless receiver charging station that connects to any headphone out and connects to it wirelessly. And they kind of sat in the box. And we started off these sessions with our in-ears. I have these custom molded in-ears. He has his, and we were just going through some stuff. And as we're writing, we're just, we're switching over instruments like constantly, and grabbing microphones and just getting the quick idea on the computer as quick as we can, and switching things. And let me try a tambourine. Just absolute chaos. And it was getting really frustrating dealing with our in-ears. It was just kind of, we were tethered into our power plays, and we couldn't really have the flexibility. So I thought, you know what? I got these things in the back. I'm supposed to make a video of them eventually anyway. So let's, plug them in, put them through the paces, and see how they hold up in this situation. These headphones are designed specifically for, I guess, practicing and recording purposes. They have about 4 milliseconds of latency, which is very, very quick. 4 milliseconds is about taking 4 steps away from your guitar amp That's the latency. So it's imperceivable latency, not like a Bluetooth, which has quite a bit of latency. You can't track with a Bluetooth headphone. And also the sound quality was, as we put them on, was just, I was blown away. It sounds amazing. Like, it's semi-open back, so everything sounded very three-dimensional. And all the frequencies were just really buttery and organic, to a point where usually when you're having the in-ears for a long time, things can get very fatiguing, especially reference monitors. It gets really painful. Whereas we were able to do long hours with these things, and my ears were perfectly fine, and they fit really well on my head. So, we thought, hey, let's just try these out. So I started playing with these things, and all of a sudden the whole workflow got so much faster, because now I didn't have to worry about being tangled up in my guitars and tangled up. And when you're doing this writing process, like I'm bringing in gear from other parts of the studio and moving stuff around, and like I didn't have to worry about how long my headphone cable is, or the headphone cable getting in the way of an instrument. If I wanted June to do a quick punch in, or someone to do a quick thing, I could just throw these across the room, and he could put these on and wirelessly just do the tracking, and it sounded really good. And before we kind of started calling the thing the MVP, because it just made life so much easier, to the point that when we even went to the recording studio, I brought these with me. We brought them into the recording studio, and I tracked the entire album with these headphones. And it's for the exact same reason. They were really comfortable. And usually when I'm in the studios with the cans and they have that coil cable, that cable just always gets in the way. It gets in my arm. It's always kind of like this, or it's making me lean a certain way, or I have to kind of move the AVM system behind me and do all kinds of stuff. With this, I just put them on. And then when I'm not using it, I just kind of hook them out. In fact, I didn't charge this thing at all. I kept it uncharged like the whole time. I think maybe on some days I'd kind of dock it to charge, like for, I don't know, for lunch or something like that. But I've never worried about these things running out of batteries. And again, it was just one of those things, tossing it around the room. When we were doing overdubs in the top room, I don't have to worry about staying in my station. I could stand up and do my guitar solos, walk around the room, and be really just free. There are a couple of other things that this thing does. You could use it for practicing. You can put the receiver into like your headphone out of your guitar amp or your computer, and then you could connect Bluetooth to your phone, so you could actually play along with your like phone music, and you even have a master volume, and you can make practicing a lot easier. Additionally, you can get multiple of these headphones and put them into the same receiver to share your signal, which makes things really great for group tracking. And you could actually plug your cable directly into it if you want to forego the wireless thing and just go direct. Now, there's a lot of great things about it, but there are a couple things here that did kind of come to mind when I was breaking these things in. One, the cable that you use to power the receiver unit, it's actually quite short. It's a USB cable, so I ended up replacing it with a longer one to make it a little bit more practical, but that's an easy thing to do, but yeah, it is kind of a short USB cable that it comes with. There also is a little bit of a gap between undocking it and it pairing with the receiver. So once you undock it, it takes about maybe 20 seconds or so for it to connect. It's not an instantaneous thing. As I said, I usually undock it and keep it like that like the whole day, so I never really worried about it. But I did notice, like when I got back from lunch or something and I put these in, I do have to wait a little bit, half a minute or something for these to kind of really lock back in, and then I'm good to go. The last thing that actually came to mind with these things is it comes with a huge variety of international sockets and stuff, so you can use it anywhere in the world, but it doesn't come with a traveling case. I think this would be the perfect unit for a traveling case, specifically because I use it in the studio, I use it over here, and I like using it in different sessions. It's a really cool tool, so it'd be nice if it kind of came with like some kind of pouch or some kind of accessory, especially with all the little, knick-knacks. You have the charger USB thing, you have the USB cable, you have the receiver, and then the transmitter. So it'd be kind of nice to have that. But besides that, that's really all I got to say. In terms of the tonal profile, I probably wouldn't be doing any mixing with this thing. It's a very warm and buttery and really encompassing sound, but if you're going to be doing critical editing with it, I think it's not really what it's for. This is definitely for practicing, for working in the studio and kind of, you know, getting your performances right in the studio without getting ear fatigue. So I would not use this for mixing personally. But really, it's an incredible, incredible unit. And it also made my recording process so much easier. So I guess that's all I have to say about that. Please keep your eyes open on the page, because there's going to be lots of cool stuff coming out on this new album. There's a lot of really interesting songs and styles and genres. It's really me in terms of my personality. It really comes through, and I really hope you all like it when we finally finish it up. Right now, it's in the pre-mix process, so they're just kind of getting all the takes together, and I can't wait to share the journey with you as we get closer to release date. I guess that being said, I'll see you all soon. Take care, and goodbye.